When using JavaScript, there's always the problem of namespaces. If we're not careful, we can easily end up with variables and/or functions in the global namespace. In addition, JavaScript simply doesn't provide features to help with code organization. So modules are here to save the day and help us resolve these issues. Angular 1 has modules to help us organize our code and resolve some namespacing issues. TypeScript also has modules that help keep things out of the global namespace. ES 2015 set a standard for defining a module. In ES 2015, a module is a file, and a file is a module. So in coding ES 2015, we don't need to define or name modules. Just create a file, write some code, export or import something, and instantly the file becomes a module. What about Angular 2? Angular 2 uses ES 2015 modules. So as we create code files and import or export things, we create the modules for an application. The ES 2015 modules work when we create a code file, for instance, a file called events.ts, and export a class named event from that file. This file then becomes a module because the class is exported. We can use that class and any other module by simply importing it. Here's a file called event-list.ts, where the event class is imported. This file also becomes a module because we imported something. Note the syntax. In curly braces, we define the name we want to import. In this case, event. We define the file from which we want to import, and here we want to import from event.js. Notice that the event class is in event.ts. But when we compile, the TypeScript file is transpiled into an ES5 JavaScript file. So at runtime, we are importing from the .js file. Also note that we don't list extensions here anyway. We'll see why in a moment. With that, we are ready to look at how to load our modules and host an Angular 2 application. When a user accesses an Angular 2 application, the first file that is downloaded to them is the index.html file. It is in this file that we define our link and script tags, set up our module loader, host our application, and display our first view. We can think of it as the entry point for the application. Let's look at it in the browser. In the index.html file, we have link tags to define our style sheets and script tags to load up the libraries we need. We will go deeper into the details of these entries in an Angular 2 Setup Detailed section later on in this course. The next part of the index.html file configures system.js for loading library, third-party, or our own modules. In other words, it loads up all of our code files for us, so we don't need to add script tags for each file we want to add to the application. The Packages node tells system.js what to do when it's asked to load any module from the app folder. The format of the module is register, which is a new module format designed to support ES 2015 style modules within ES5. We set the default extension to JS. This is why we don't have to specify the extension when importing modules. This final bit of configuration code imports the first Angular 2 module. The statement imports the module named main from the app directory. We will look at the main module in the next course section. This, of course, is the body of the HTML page. It is here where the Angular 2 application is hosted. We will set that up in the next course section as well. With that, we have everything we need in place to build our first Angular 2 application.